flicker, midnight glow, Mexicals live, the chat says yo. Cables twist like jungle vines, with the mouse pad centered, perfect lines. Pale world tames and paleo seeds, Terraria caves where the torchlight bleeds. Fortnite drops when the squad rolls in, chaos on the desk, order within. Hey, it's Let's Be Go, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the cold, chat spam and hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, desk like a storm, but the vibe feels right. Farms, one monitor fights, third one's memes from the chat highlights. Energy drink, tap, mountain grows, but the keyboard's clean, nobody knows. He'll build a palace and blow it up, squad revives him with the coffee cup. Every yell turns into a tale, community laughs, we never fail. It's Espligar, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the call, chat spam and hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, text like a storm, but the vibe feels right. Terraria boss, Palia festival, never at a loss. Fortnite clinger, victory royal, but the real win's every shared smile. Hey, spectacle, sunrise on stream, empty cans, but we're living the dream. Pal world, Palia, blocks in the sky, with the crew in the chat, we're flying high. Mystic war, chaos with a plan, hit that follow. Join the fam. Neatness in the madness, heart on the screen. Mystical's world, best place I've been. Oh. Pixels flicker, midnight glow, Mexicals live, the chat says yo. Cables twist like jungle vines, with the mouse pad centered, perfect lines. Pale world tames and paleo seeds, Terraria caves where the torchlight bleeds. Fortnite drops when the squad rolls in, chaos on the desk, order within. Hey, it's Let's Be Go, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the cold, chat spam and hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, desk like a storm, but the vibe feels right. One monitor farms, one monitor fights, third one's memes from the chat highlights. Energy drink, tap, mountain grows, but the keyboard's clean, nobody knows. He'll build a palace and blow it up, squad revives him with the coffee cup. Every yell turns into a tale, community laughs, we never fail. It's Espligar, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the call, chat spam and hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, text like a storm, but the vibe feels right. Late night raids, Terraria boss, Palia festival, never at a loss. Fortnite clinger, victory royal, but the real win's every shared smile. Hey, spectacle, sunrise on stream, empty cans, but we're living the dream. Pal world, Palia, blocks in the sky, with the crew in the chat, we're flying high. Mystic war, chaos with a plan, hit that follow. Join the fam. Neatness in the madness, heart on the
And we are live. Welcome everybody. My name is MysticalLandSlide, and today we're doing something new. Obviously you can tell what it is by the name, but you gotta have a little air of mystery to it. So if you have not noticed, I have moved my camera. It's over here on my stream side, and here I thought I had my thought I had the chat thing, and now it's not working again. It was earlier. I'll have to fiddle with that a little bit. I don't know why it's not working. It had it before where it was hiding it. And then I did a test offline, showed perfectly fine online, or on here. But now, can't see a thing. Let's see, refresh when it comes active. There we are. So it only does it while the scene is up. Okay. So that's, at least I know it's working. There we are. So now, if you happen to be in the chat, you will be seen. Not only by me, but by everybody on YouTube, because I post all of my stuff on YouTube afterwards. At least unless it fails miserably, kind of like the slime ranchers. Those are lost forever because they were 10 to 20 minutes, and I'm not going to post something where my computer literally dies. If something is just a little messed up, I'm fine with that. But when it comes to just catastrophic failure, unless it was long. Now if it's over an hour or close to, then yeah, I will post it and then just put a message in it that yeah, it crashed and all this. But I'm not going to post those that were too short, at least for my liking. And you really didn't get to see anything. So that and me complaining about my computer overheating, even though it was totally my fault, mostly. Though I blame it on the people who make motherboards nowadays, who give you QR codes instead of a book. Now I can show you. This was the book for my old one. And see, it showed you, I don't know if I can show it all, but you had diagrams, pictures, all this. It told you every minute detail. And it had a picture of the motherboard with little things that showed you every single thing there is to it. Nowadays, they give you a cut and paste QR code that you can put on like 50 different motherboards, and you just write different things on it. Well, it doesn't help. Not like an actual book or instruction guide or something, preferably not written in 50 languages, because I only speak the one. But yeah, this one was rough, and I plugged the CPU cooler in the wrong spot, and it was causing it to overheat. And I was frustrated, aggravated, lost, 2 days of streaming almost over it. It was horrible. And then I just happened to see on there, because you could bring up the window telling you about your coolers and what they're running at. And I'm like, that one looks suspiciously low. It's not running any faster than any other ones. And then I looked up on the classification for it, and it said system fan. I'm like, that's not a system fan, it's a CPU. And I just happened to go back and I looked up the QR code and all this kind of stuff, searched through 40 pages of things, and finally found it. And there's just one little thing, and it just says CPU cooler. So I had to open it back up again after I did have it to where it was acting kind of like a CPU fan, but it wasn't as efficient as if it was the actual CPU fan plug. I was afraid I was going to burn out my motherboard, so I had to open it up like the 5th time that day. I was so aggravated. had to take apart my cooler for the CPU, at least part of it, because I couldn't reach it because it sat on top of it. And I plugged it in the right spot, plugged everything back up, and of course, now it works. And I didn't realize, because nobody warned me, they don't have these kind of warnings when you buy CPUs, that it runs hot. And it was like maxing up to 90 degrees, and I was like freaking out because, you know, I'm from, you know, back in the 90s when if they got up that to 100, they would explode. So panic sets in when it gets over 80. And so I had to actually look it up, research my own CPU, because they can't bother to tell you anything. The CPU itself came in just a little box, and it had a diagram of how to install it only. Told you nothing else. Didn't warn you about anything. Didn't say, hey, AMD released a thing saying, these run hot. So now I'm waiting, really. I have my old motherboard, CPU, all of that. Still got the cooler, the old cooler, everything, just in case this thing goes super critical on me and blows up. Which actually won't blow up, it'll melt, because that's what they do. But so far, so good. We've been streaming on it for, it's almost 2 weeks, I think. It was before the new year. So yeah, got that taken care of. And seems to be working. I can play Battlefield, all that. This is a big test. I've not played Minecraft on it before. Oh, you can hear it. I was actually waiting for it to load up. It takes as long to load up Minecraft now as it did to load up Call of Duty. And it's like, why? Never had this problem before. But for some reason, it's taking forever now. There was an update to all the mod, and of course I'm using all the mods. I use modded. I enjoy playing modded Minecraft now, even though a lot of people that I have talked to, I had friends online, and they're like, oh, we want to play Minecraft together. I'm like, okay. I'm like, my internet's good enough now, I could probably host and have a few people playing it. And they're like, oh, well, do you play, what kind do you play? Do you play hardcore or regular? I'm like, oh, I don't do hardcore because I die way too many times. I ain't as good at this as I am at Diablo 4. And I'm like, I die too much, so I don't do hardcore, I just do regular. And they're like, oh yeah, we could do regular. I'm like, okay, well, you'll need to install all the mods 9 because I play that. And they're like, oh, we don't play mods. I'm like, you play Minecraft all the time and you just play regular? Yeah, we don't play mods. We don't like them. I'm like, yeah, you're crazy too. Speaking of crazy, it's not that one. It doesn't show. And of course, I don't have my sounds in this screen, so you can't hear it. But Crazy did the sheep scream. You have to visualize in your head the YouTube video of the sheep screaming and going blah, because that's what she just did. Crazy's in the chat. Hello, shaking your head. Yeah, I lost 100. I'll play it for free here in a little bit. Once I turn to the normal screen, you will get your 100 points worth. I can guarantee it. I've started a new thing now. I saw a suggestion from a big streamer, and they said to take a little time and do some FaceTime, which Pickle has been driving me nuts, telling me I need to have my cam on, as if anybody's going to watch it just for my looks. Is this the first time you stream with your cam on? No. I actually started, when I first started, if you go back, which nobody ever watches my videos, but if you go back and watch my first videos, I had my cam on. And the thing is, I did a test over a week. I was testing doing it with my cam on, and then the next week I did it with my cam off. There was no change in viewership. So to me, just me, That's proof that I don't have to have my cam on to be entertaining. I have never watched a single streamer in my life just for the fact that they had their cam on. I'm like, you people ain't that good looking. So I have never seen somebody who will only watch because the cam is on. So I did a test. There's no difference. But at the beginning, I do a little talk time now. So, and of course now you're up on screen and all your messages are being recorded along with everything else. So whatever you put in chat is on there. So don't even plan to stream with a cam anyway. So good to know. Yeah. Now I can say that probably because you are a girl or a woman, however you want to classify it, you would probably get more people, because I have seen female streamers, they will have their cam on, they're barely wearing anything, and they have tons of people. Now they are utilizing that part of it, but the thing is, if you want actual views and not just pervy people in the background, then I would do without a cam. That's something else. I've seen it on Twitch. They were on front page not too long ago. I seen the person. They were in a halter top. Their belly button was showing. They were in these little bitty short shorts that were skin tight, and they had like 14,000 viewers or more. So yeah, they are utilizing their bodies on Twitch. And just because they're not showing too much, staying within the TOS, they are still doing it. So yeah, that's why when you see me, the reason I'm in the dark right now is because my light bulb is shorting out and it strobes. And so it would be a epilepsy warning, not only for everybody else, but it gives me a migraine. So I have to change that out, and I just haven't got to it. You know, with mom being down with knee surgery, I don't have time even to change a light bulb right now with everything else. And even after I stream today, it's already set up. I have to go and get feed for the animals because I'm taking care of everything. So yeah, I don't have time to change my own light bulb because of life. So as of right now, we will be streaming in the dark with my ring light. Luckily, it gives good enough for me right here. The funny part is, let's see, it says you stream Minecraft. Yes, I am. Will be. It's about time. I try to take 10 minutes. I have been ranting about CPUs and coolers and all that, so but it's taken a little bit longer. This is moving on to the 20-minute mark, which 5 minutes is the opening. So I've been ranting for about 15 minutes. But I will switch over. The funny thing is, though, when I have my up above light on, it is right above me. So yes, I have 4 more followers to 100. I am absolutely shocked. It's amazing. And I keep getting them passively offline. I had somebody, it says 2 days ago, somebody subscribed, but not subscribed, they followed, but I was offline. I wasn't even streaming. So they must like my content when I'm not live, when I'm not talking. So yeah, but the funny thing is, with my light is on, it's right above me, so my face shadows out because the light is literally right above me. And I keep telling a friend of mine, because I'll do face chat with him, and I'm like, I gotta turn on my ring light or else I have a heavenly glow over me. And of course, then he has to make a joke that I look angelic. I'm like, yeah, you don't know me. Are you blushing? No, it's sun, and I just took a shower. And for those who know that I take a shower, it is scalding hot. So yeah, I am red from that. It fades after a while. I do kind of have a natural red complexion on my cheeks, but that's just from, I used to stay out in the sun all the time when I was a kid. I'd go adventuring out in the woods. We've always lived on a farm after I turned 9, which when I got into my adventuring stage, because before 9, I was too sick to do anything. So we're going to switch over to our in-game. And you can see my thing right there. And of course, up there in the corner. There's a thing Pickle says, but I know what that is. That is the sounds. Minecraft, yes, I agree. This is a different camera. Yes, it is. I'm moving it around. I'm checking out different things. Okay, what was I going... Oh. I need to go to my points. And where is it? There we are. That was for crazy. So now we are officially ready. And we're going to get this Minecraft stream started. Now, as everybody knows, as you can see, I play modded. No, I'm not going to stop and just play regular because it's boring. Even though there may be an overwhelming vote wanting regular, I don't do regular. And that's I always delete the world. That was one I was playing on. And nowadays, they give you weird starts. I don't know if they changed something or what the deal was, but that one just started me in the middle of a desert. And I'm like, there's nothing around me. And I go exploring and hundreds of blocks, nothing but sand. It's like, okay, I'm fine with the desert, but there needs to be something else. So I'm just going to start over from there. There's a new mod pack I want to try. Yep. Yeah, I try numerous mod packs over the time. I think all the mods 9 so far has been my favorite. Because I have 10. And I haven't tried it yet on the new PC. But it would crash on my old one because I didn't have a powerful enough PC. Turn on the cheats because you never know. I rarely use them, but sometimes I do. I do not do the bonus chest anymore, just because to me it gave too much of a upper hand. A friend of mine always wanted a bonus chest, and he'd always rush for it, and it would have like wooden tools and stuff, and he would get mad. He's like, well, why don't they give me anything stronger? I'm like, it's a bonus chest, it's wood stuff, it's just supposed to give you a little bit of a bonus in the beginning. He wanted like diamond. I'm like, you can't get that. This is modded, but my goodness. And then he'd want to go into creative and give himself stuff. I'm like, no. He wanted to play in creative all the time. I'm like, you're playing on a mod pack, but yet you want to be in creative. He never really got it. And the fact that I start worlds left, right, and sideways, he just had an absolute fit. He's like, you can't do that. I'm like, watch me. I want to start a new world. And he's like, I still have the first one I had back in, early, was it mid 2000s? I'm like, well, good for you. I'm like, I don't do that. I'm like, sometimes I reach a block. Sometimes I do all the things I want to do and want to start overdoing something else. And he just never got it. He was just furious with me. And he would tell me off all the time because I had new worlds. I'm like, I could do what I want. It's my own computer. It was insane. On the rare occasion, the coins chest gives you something good. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done the a bonus chest. I think that was it was before I started playing all the mods. So there's one of them I had on there. It's when they first I think it's when they first introduced like dragons into the mod pack. And they had like hordes of gold around them that you could break and all that kind of stuff. Now, I think that's when I first started, or stopped, I should say, using the bonus chest. Oh, wrong one. Have to remember what keys I have it bound to. I'm so used to playing other games and pushing other things. And they added to where being in this overgrowth like this slows you down. And I don't remember it doing it before. And so I don't like being in this overgrowth. It looks like it started me at the edge. Here recently, I've been getting a lot of kind of at the ocean's edge worlds, which is fine. I do like having water around when I'm doing stuff. I do want a yellow flower. But the hardest to find for me is the blue flowers. And I do want that. Yeah. We get these because the fig trees, if you didn't know, they produce food almost constantly. And I kind of have a form of power that relies on food. And so when you do that with the fig trees, so you can see it right now, it's growing one. If you have enough fig trees, you will pretty much have almost unlimited power. Or at least for what I use. Not like super amounts. Some people go crazy with their power. There's these couple guys I watch, and I've watched for a while. They do Minecraft, and they will have hundreds of thousands of power a tick. And I'm like, I don't even use that much. Okay, we'll put this over here. And we do have all these quests we can turn in. And if you have a team, I think everybody gets this.
Oh, cool. I can do magic. I can cause chaos.
Yeah, pretty much when I get magic, that works. Okay, there's the welcome. At the beginning. Now I just go through here and I will click the ones I can. Been a while since I did it actually. So you have the circle. Yeah, any of them you can just go through and click. I usually do that. It kind of gives you a little bit of a experience boost in the beginning, which half the time doesn't help because I normally die within the first little bit, so. That's applied energetic. Yeah. I think I go down, yeah, here. This is like starter power stuff. And some of it does unlock different things in the, so you can get them if you do happen to find them. So it's good to do this when you can. And some of it you have to find. You can kind of like open up things like that, which I do like the hostile neural network. It used to be called something else, and they rebranded it, which is fine. Let's see. There's one of these, yeah, the latex, which is funny because I'm allergic to latex, but yet I can get it on here. I can live my latex dreams through Minecraft because your person's not allergic to it. Now that one I'm not going to do anything with, even though you can collect, just because that is more advanced stuff and you can get like iron and redstone and things like that through there. It gives you the starting book to the magic, which I do kind of like these. It's spell books. I have used those before. Now that they have taken out Thaumcraft, which I hate that they did, but they did. That's probably the closest thing is the Ars Nouveau, which I'm terrible with names, so I probably get it wrong, but that's what I call it. And I'm the one streaming, so there. If you can correctly do it in an understandable way, you're welcome to type it out if I pronounce something wrong. But good luck trying to get me to understand it. You're dealing with a highly dyslexic streamer. So trying to get me to say something right is kind of it's a challenge all of its own. It's like hard mode on the Diablo. Now what I want to do is you can do that, put that there, and then the flowers, like the magical flowers, automatically go into the bag, which frees up space so I can get other stuff. I am trying so hard to get out of here. And it just slows you down, and I don't like running because it does eat your stamina. Or your hunger, I should say. See, now they have breakable big ones, which used to, with those big magic flowers, you had to have, what was it, a enchanted, was it a scythe, I think it was? That was the only way you could get them. Or enchanted shears was how you had to do it before. Or else it would, those big double-sized flowers, they would just break, and you'd lose everything. And then you had to plant them and use like bone meal and all that. Well, now they've made it easier to where you can just break them. These are, what is it, walnut? Yeah, which is not bad. Now the only trouble, because it's all the mods, some of this wood does not work with rest. So you kind of have to be careful what wood you want to build stuff out of, because even though you have wood in your inventory, it may not recognize it as wood. So you gotta be careful with that. Which, even though the walnut is pretty, I don't think it's a wood you can do a lot with. Then you have the rubber wood, which is used for more advanced stuff. So I will keep the, there's some more. I will keep the saplings from the rubber wood, but I won't keep the rubber wood around. I usually use that to burn for charcoal. Oh, and there's a little fox. Yeah, there are various animals on here. And that's the weirdest thing I've seen them add is twigs. But it's free sticks, so it works. Something I do need to look for probably first, not only for somewhere to build a base that's a decent area, which I don't like to stay around the beginning area first, unless it's just a very good area. I am terribly known for terraforming everything around wherever my base is and flattening it out. I will spend hours doing that. So I have to kind of control myself with that idea. Because I'll just walk around and flatten things. And now I will to a certain point, just because. And eventually I do believe they have the, what is it? Is it the villages mod? Where you can like hire villagers, make a little village, have like protectors and stuff like that. If I remember right, they still have it in this mod pack. Yeah, it's pretty fun, but it is so involved. I had a friend of mine, first time he'd ever done it, and I think is it Mine Colonies? I think that's what it's called. And he started it. He's like, oh, I'm going to try this. You can have citizens and all this kind of stuff. And I just kind of laughed a little bit. And he didn't really understand it, but I had already known that it is a very involved process doing the mine colonies. And after, he played offline too. And after a couple days, he's like, all I do is deal with these whiny people. He's like, I can't even adventure. Yeah, if you're the kind that likes to have a very detail-oriented and very intricate, and you can tell them what to build, but you have to supply all of the materials for it. And some of them are very detailed. And the more advanced houses and stuff like that, the more materials you need. There's a special crafting thing for it. It's pretty cool, I think, but I have to have kind of like I say, I terraform everything because I have to have it like completely flat, or else they will spend days, Minecraft days, over and over and over, flattening something out for a single block. So you kind of have to have it on a flat surface, and the colonies can be huge. So that's usually why I will flatten things out, because I'm eventually wanting to start something like that. But then you start having raids on your colony, because they have a raid mechanic where barbarians will come in and attack your people, and you can either defend them or you can turn people into guards, and then they can defend themselves. But then it's all they have their own levels, and what kind of gear you give them is based on their level. So you start out with just, the regular, you have wood. But the thing is, you cannot upgrade them to anything higher. Terraforming is fun with Tinker's Construct. Yes, it is. I prefer it with Tinkers. Now, they have reintroduced Tinkers to the mod pack, but to me, it's not as good as it used to be. It's kind of like they have taken Tinker's Construct and they've tried to squish it down and make it into a smaller, compact version of what it used to be, and I don't like it as well. Now, I haven't played too much into it, just because I haven't played that much into Minecraft here because of my upgrading and everything over the Christmas season. And then since I started streaming, I haven't streamed it, so anything I do has to be on my own time. So I haven't had much time to kind of delve into it. Let's see. There's a hillside. Now that I need a couple of those. I think you have to have a pickaxe to get them. Hate that so many good mods ruin that way. Exactly. Yeah, they just flat out took out Thaumcraft. And I love the Thaumcraft mod. They said, oh, it's too hard. Nobody likes it. And then there's this big cascade of people screaming that they loved it. And they just take it out. It's like, nope, we're not going to do it anymore. And a lot of people liked it because that's where you had the magic wands and the staves and things like that. You could get like super OP. But then they just took it out. So now you can only play it on like old mod packs. Okay. And these are salmon berries. Food is food when it comes to this. Let's see. Yeah, there are a lot of ores. Which one thing they did do, let's see. Yeah, that was my favorite mod besides Tinker's. Yep, there's a lot of people's, but not according to people who run Minecraft. Instead, they want to give us 5,000 tree mods and make things look dead and all this. But I can't have Thaumcraft. I'm just mildly salty about that. Oh, there's terracotta. Let's see. Yeah, you can make that. And we'll do these. Yeah, there we are. We'll just do this a cheap little wood pickaxe because we need it anyway for all that right there. Now there is a way to make a handheld one with a stick, but there's a glitch with it. If you die, you lose the crafting table on a stick. It's drowned. And of course, and run away before he gets me. Yeah, you can kind of hurt them, but they do like to come up and get you. But I just wanted the brown terracotta. I can use that later. Oh, there's an Enderman. Let's see. I can make a wooden sword. I can kind of... Nope. Oh, there it is. Tick him off. Come on, turn around. Stare at him. Come on. You know you want me. Oh, he's stuck down there. There we go. Yeah, teleport you closer. Make you run around. That's one thing I do love about this. I finally figured out the Enderman cannot be. Oop. Oh, he's way down there. Okay. We need Mr. Enderman to run over here. Not sure if he will. Kind of have to get him to where he... Yep, there he is. And you have to get him over here. Then you can just beat him to death. Come on. And you will notice my shakiness. Anything that has precision like that. And Mr. Drown decided to come up behind me. I can do that too. Ah, there he is. Essence. That's good to have too. Because you can get started with the essence making pretty quick if you do it right. Let's see. Put that up there. You can gather it just from killing various things. Need to find a sea pickle and build a shrine for it. There was a few places I have found them before, so I'll have to see if I can do that. Give him a surprise when he comes back. I do like this because you can start into power mods with that. Let's see, did I get... No, do not have that. There we are. I just need a sapling. Which is funny because the pickle has sea. Yeah, especially with him being on the cruise now. We'll have to take a picture of it and post it in his Discord. Okay, now we have... Oh, he decided to walk on land. So after a while, he'll start suffocating, basically, if I remember right. Yeah. Fragments are more important than rotten flesh there. We do have bees, which those are fun. I do like to start that, but I have to put them in something. Or else they fly away. Oh, that's rubber log. Not sure if they have walnut. Yep, they do have walnut. You just never know what they have with the boats. So thankfully they do have that. And just this entity. So now we can't do exploring. That is like black sand land or something like that. I don't like it because it's hard for me to see. And they did this thing before where they said the chickens don't spawn good enough. So they are going to make it so they spawn around you. Well, now they spawn too much everywhere. I guess people were complaining that you couldn't find a chicken. They would have to go hundreds of blocks to find a chicken. So now they made it to where if you move too fast or too far on a boat, they'll just spawn around you. So you'll end up with like thousands of chickens around you. Never played this game. Ah. But unfortunately, it's not free. You do kind of have to buy the first activation thing for it, and then after that, any stuff like this is free. Hello, first time chat from wanting to say Frozen Dale. Hopefully that's close enough. I'll just call you Frozen. you can be named after a popular movie. You got it. Okay, nice. Glad to have you in chat. Hopefully you enjoy my blunders and craziness and mistakes on Minecraft. And my extreme OCD when it comes to setting up the base just right. I've been told I'm really bad about it by my friends, so... I do like to have a certain thing. I do not like jungle because it's thick. Mostly I will go towards a normal spot, but I do not want to be near hippos because they will kill you. Chilling, just coding recipes into my mod pack. Ah, nice. I don't think I've ever met a mod pack builder. I know people who claim to, but when I would ask them about it, they would never tell me anything about it. I'm like, anybody can claim anything. But proof is in the pudding, so they say. That's what she said exactly. But yeah. Well, what do you want to know? Well, the fact you didn't back out, that must mean that you're real. Because most people just start doing shady questions after that. Have it posted on CurseForge. Ah, that's what I'm using. Very nice. Well, my favorite so far is All the Mods 9. Sometimes I think that everybody, first thing they ask, is all the mods have every mod in it? No. That'll answer your question right there. But it has tons of mods. But they should have kind of renamed it Tons of Mods rather than All the Mods, because it doesn't have all of them, but it has a lot. I mean, most mod packs will have, 1 to 200. All the mods has like 4 to 5 and up. It's called Fluffercraft. If you want proof. Ah, nice. Well, see, the fact that you actually gave a name.
I can do magic. I can cause chaos.
Kennedy. And she's first. Probably the only person who ever cares about the first, second, and third. But yet other streamers, when they just have the plain old first, people fight over it. And yet when I rank it by magic, nobody cares. So, let's see. Need to see this OCD base building because I'm the most random spaz base builder. If you're not the first, you're the last. That sounds like Spooby. He's wearing off on you. I have like 290 something mods. Oh, nice. I'm pretty specific about the ones that I prefer to use. Because even though I have, up to 500 mods on this sometimes, depending on which mod pack I play, I don't usually do them all. I do like questing. I do like that out of it. Let's see, unless you're Danny D, then you're always ... see more. What do you like in your mod packs? I like anything with adventure, like going in there and exploring that kind of stuff, having random things like that come up that you can do. I do like magic mods. I don't know if you were here, but we were discussing our gripes and complaints about how they took out Thaumcraft and just basically annihilated it. And me and King Orange there, we loved it. That was our favorite. And I have to say that was my favorite too. They do have substitutions, I guess you could say, for it, but I don't like them as well. Might like my mod pack if you're interested in trying it out. I will have to write that down, and then I will give it a look-see. I might decide to try that sometime in the future as a stream. I'm not above trying out other mod packs. This is just the one that I've played for probably 2-3 years since I found it. But I'm up for different things every now and then. And this is like the basalt region. I'm one of these people, I'm so picky. I'll just go until I see this perfect spot. Thank you for the follow. Always appreciated. And that means we are one step closer. We are at, what would that be? 97 followers, close to 100. I can see us reaching it fairly soon, the way things are going. Now that, I may have to try something. I may have to do a new mod pack for that, or something special for 100, because that's usually like the first big milestone for streamers. Oh, tall redwoods. Redwoods are so big. It takes forever to harvest them, and then you have floating treetops, and I despise that. So there's one place you'll never see me settle down is in the redwood or the pine area. I have done the pine before, and I do not like it because they are so big, and it's nearly impossible to cut them down. And I despise floating treetops. A single floating block, I will harvest 100 dirt blocks just so I can climb up to it and break that one block. Being close to the magic forest, I wouldn't mind that. I do try to look for places that are a little on the flatter side. Let's see. World progression would be my favorite type of mod. Yeah? Yeah, I kind of like that too. Though I do like the questing, because, you know, we have all these. We have all these over here. I will not get through a portion of these, but I do like having all these. It kind of gives me choice as to if I want to like obsessively go through a single one. Like you can go through all the different power types and different things like that. So I do kind of like that. The way when they start adding in the questing like that. I may settle around here. I do like having all that magic wood over there, because you can harvest that for the Ars Nouveau. And you can build stuff out of it, and it's a recognized type of wood. Now that is the mahogany. It's not too bad, but this is more jungle-y based. And just the spawning vines and all that, I don't really like it. So, well, I'll find me a place and settle down here in a little bit. And then usually once I... Oh, there's a... Is that a bandit place? You'll be able to tell real quick because a bunch of red will start popping up. Yep. Yeah, that's the Illager banner. So you don't want to be too close to that. Another first time chat. Heyo, saw you in the Twitch browse and thought you'd be cool to check out. Oh, thank you very much. Welcome in, all first time chatters. And for those even that are in the background lurking, you're all welcome. Glad you stopped by. Hopefully I can be at least remotely entertaining with my craziness and weird ways. Some people I can entertain through skill. Some people entertain through very eloquent speeches and talking, and they can come up with some of the probably most fascinating topics I have ever seen. And then there's me. So I am just doing my best. And hopefully you can find it both entertaining and hopefully a little educational, because I have found some things through playing Minecraft and just ways of doing things that some people have said they never thought of before. So hopefully through a little bit of that, maybe you'll learn something as well. I can't say specifically because it's been a couple years ago. A friend of mine, he had played Minecraft for years, and then I did something, and he's like, "Wait, you can do that?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I do this all the time." He's like, "I never thought of that. I was doing it the hard way." And then he went through his description of how he did it. And I'm like, "Well, that just made it easier," which to me, as the old saying goes, that was a feather in my cap. Because, he was a super smart guy and he figured out all these things. And for me to actually teach him something, that was just like, top tier stuff for me. Doing your best is the best you can do. Exactly. And now I have journeyed in my boat so long that the mini bosses are spawning. Oh, come on. Must be something big around if my computer started to lag. Come on, dude. And see, this is on a new PC. I had to rebuild it, and I've never done Minecraft before. So, let's hope it unfreezes. I do not want a crashed game, as it takes, 20 minutes probably. There. Oh. There must have been something big under me or around me for it to do that. I've rarely had it to ever kind of lock up like that. There's a lock lag, I guess you'd call it. I may have to settle somewhere around here. I don't mind those trees over there. Gonna be lurking while I work on some recipes for my pack. Everybody is a mod pack maker. We have you, and then we have Frozendale up there, who is also a mod pack maker. He was telling me about his. We have attracted mod pack makers, so I'm hitting the big time today. Okay, this looks decent. So I will probably settle around here. Okay, first things first. Yeah, we got the walnut. We will have to put something down here to make room. Because obviously, first things first, you gotta make chests to put everything in. I start that. Now I always do this. I always make these separate little things like that. And then we'll kind of break a few of these around here. I have a specific way that I do my chests. So, you just kind of bear with me. We will get to where we're going. There. Okay. Now we need make more chests. Make it out of jungle. That's something I do like, is that they did add, you can do it from the straight logs, and you don't have to constantly do them. Because before you'd have to break them down, and now you can do it just from straight logs. It's the same conversion rate, so you don't have to worry about it. And then I can do that. Oh, come on. We'll make one crafting table. And more chests. I always put the crafting table in the middle. Now this build right here comes from my days in Skyblock. And for anybody who remembers that kind of setup, you get extra points. Let's see, up here is where books go. Seeds go down here. Cocoa beans are classified as food, technically. So all food goes up here. Salmon berries. I will have to use them eventually, but not right now. This is for Ars Nouveau. Yeah, you're catching me after I have basically got this down to a science, or at least with me. These are producing. I'm working on a skyblock pack. If I can get my mouth to work. As it so happens, I totally get it. Nice. Yeah, I've always been a enjoyer of skyblocks. And they actually had, yeah, I think they have a All the Mods 9 for skyblock. So that can work out too. Yeah, kids these days always in a hurry to do stuff in games. Uh-huh. Definitely. Now the sticky resin you can use for fuel. It's not very good, but you can use it. Oh, there's a big guy up there. We're gonna pretend like he can't see us because I'm dead otherwise. Okay. He's gonna hang over there. And the farther he hangs, the better. That will go there. And clay can go down here. Okay. Now, first thing I do is I love the, if I can do it right. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's it. Not H. J, yeah. Waypoints. I love waypoints. We have home, and it is purple. So now, if I do die, which is a very good chance with that guy over there. Oh, there's 3 of them. Those are the brutes. And for those, if you know about them, they have like double range. And about the only way you can kill them is to get them in the water. Because it slows them down. Yeah, zombie brute right there. That's about the only way I know to kill them. At least until you get like ranged stuff, then you can do it pretty good. But as of right now, that's the only way I know. Okay, these are all starter things. Yep, there's another one. Get him down in the water and take care of him first. Oh, yep, he hit me. He's 2 blocks out even. Yep, there's brown flowers. We need the brown mystical flowers. That's for Botania, for those who don't have a clue what I'm talking about. That's why I wanted the little pouch that can hold all these, because you will use tons of flowers. Ooh, yeah, seeds. Is All the Mods 9 a 120 pack? I don't think so. I think it is 111, if I remember right. Yeah, for those who don't know, the mineral berries give you temporary night vision. And I'm using the, well, now it's Ultimine, used to be called Vein Miner, to do the grass. I don't want to be around the skeleton, they're vicious. And the only reason, oh, fat fingered that. It's because I have a smaller keyboard. Yeah, I do believe it's a 111, if I remember right. I should know because it says it every time I log into it. Silent gear goes down there. Croptopia. I separate my thermal from the sushi just so I don't have to worry about it. This is going to be kind of random up here. This is for food. Zombie heart that's still beating. Put that down there. This is my mob drop chest. Really isn't 111 like 10 years old? Probably. I don't know. As I said, I'm not specifically sure on it, but I think that's what it said. I am just a Minecraft enjoyer. I don't know all about different things about packs and versions. All I know is I usually keep it upgraded to the latest one that it can. I think I did have to back this one down a little bit because I was having trouble loading in with it. So I may have backed it down to a lower version like that. Okay, brown terracotta goes there. Keep forgetting about it. Oh, there's a bee. That's just a regular one though. It is a, yep, yellow carpenter. And if you break them when the bee is in there, they're stuck. So you can use them later for those who have never done stuff with bees before. And we have an ad going. It snuck up on me. I was so busy dealing with that, I forgot to mention about the ad. As I say, it's the one of 10,000 things that I'm focusing on the side. It is a Minecraft version 121. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I may have backed it down to a lower version. I don't know. Because I was having trouble loading in. So I did... I took it down a couple versions. Or at least from the updates in CurseForge. I did take them down just in case, because I figured that, you know, maybe they had updated something and it broke. I'm not sure if I may have it back up to the full thing. But that's something I can check on later. Yes, I broke your pretty little flowers. Sorry about that, Mr. B. They're over here, actually. You went the wrong way. I do like you can lead the bees around if you carry a flower, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, I still had the one in my inventory. I do love the Ultimine thing, though. Let's see. Nope, he is still looking for flowers. Now, sometimes they will go for a while, and I'm not sure if they despawn or if they die if they get too far. But I know if they get in the water, it's like a trap for them, and they will die. As I've had them. I had one, and I'm like, okay, you have this one. It's in the sugar cane, so it needs to be near water. That was the wrong thing for me to do, because it went out in the middle of the ocean and it just fell down and died. And I lost my bee. And it was one of the rarer ones that only spawned in that kind of a hive. So it was a little bit of a loss there. I was not happy with myself. That's sushi, that's thermal. Yeah, in the beginning I just kind of go around and do stuff. This is the beehive, or nest, I should say, not hive, because hive means there's more than one. These are solitary, so they're only in a nest. I have all my wood. I need to put the mineral, put it right there. Rubber goes there. I can burn those. And this goes right there. Okay, everybody should be back from the ad. We were just adventuring around, basically breaking grass, getting seeds, caught a bee, and put it, or actually we caught it in its hive, so it can't escape now. Not until I've got a place made for it. I will generally build them what I consider a fairly nice place to have. It's usually glass on the sides and the top, and then I make like a cross structure with wood. Which I know you don't have to because, you know, I don't have any Minecraft physics on, but I like to do it anyway. Cypress sapling. Okay. Yeah, that's, the biomes of plenty ones, they are kind of up in the air as to whether you can use some of the wood from them. So I'm always trying to be careful with those. Now I did the collect all on the quest. So it will go through and anything it can collect, it will. And put the books up here. I technically rarely use the books, but that's just me. And that is mystical flowers, which I don't hop into that immediately, so I don't need that. That is a pollen sieve, which is an upgrade for a bee house. And we've got slime balls. Basically, it's just putting things away. Oh, that's spruce. We put the glass right there. That is for sticks. And I got torches. Okay. Now, some of these, they have things that you have to manually claim, which are these reward boxes, which can be literally anything. As you can see on the side, it's like 0.26% chance of anything. Some are a little higher, some are a little lower. Depends on their rarity. And I got oak log. Luckily, there's numerous ones. And I have an advanced essence. And you can see down through here, you can go through, you can manually claim them, or you can just go up there and have it claim it itself. And it's kind of building on its own right there. Now this is, that's some kind of stuff. I've never used the resonating ore. I've collected lots of it, but I've never used too much. And I know you can get pretty deep into some of the stuff. Put that there. Okay. Now, time for a little bit of terraforming. As I've already warned you, I tend to flatten everything around me, so these hills are going to be going here in a little bit. This is where having lots of food comes in handy. Because what I do is I tunnel it 64 by 64 all the way through. And then we just flatten as we go. And you get a lot of seeds and things like that. Now one thing I don't have is I don't have the sound turned up very high, and I probably should. Let's do the main volume. Let's see. Not sure if you can hear that a little better. I'm watching the sound as I'm breaking stuff. Oh, ran out of food. That's why I have these on the side. And I just haven't built a shovel yet, which is the only reason I'm not using it. Let's see, this is calcite. Got seeds for that. We're going to end up with tons of wood, which are not wood, dirt, which we always do. That's just fact of life, basically. Whenever you start any kind of little project like this, you will end up with tons and tons of dirt. We already have hundreds, so we'll probably just keep going from that. I do need to make me a pickaxe. because there is this calcite stuff which we need to break. It's an interesting white block. And most blocks on here, I think you can turn into other things and maybe make them look a little prettier. Not sure about this. Wrong one. Yeah, you can make it look polished, turn in other things. You can use it in place of stuff. It's almost 3, my day has gotten away from me. Yes, it is. And it's very easy to do. And I've let the day on here get away from me, so I need to torch it up. Before I have even more things spawning on me than they were before. That's why I do like the light mod that tells you where to put things. I do want that because it's the magic flower. And let's see. Oh, I've gotten where I can't pick anything up now. Okay, we'll put the calcite there. I'll put our seeds away. And I know some people turn off despawning. They're like, oh, it's so hard. It's like, pick up your stuff and it won't be hard. That's the way I've always looked at it. Of course, I've also been called unforgiving when it comes to silly things that people do. Let's see. 3 by 3. There we are. Oop. That's what happens when you fat figure things. You end up throwing your picks. And so what I'll do is I'll replace all this with my dirt. I was going to say I was replacing calcite with calcite. It's not how it works, brain. Yep. And that's why I made more. Which I'm not sure if you can use it as stone, or I will have just I will use just stone tools after that. I'll just go through here and do this anyway, because I know I'm going to be down through here. Oop. Oop. I am bad about that. I build. I don't know if it's my finger clicks too fast or what the deal is. But I do that all the time. So, just since you were asking King Orange, this is what I talk about when I talk about OCD building. I have to have everything just so if I'm going to live here. I saw something up there. I think it was a ghost, which I don't like those little ghost guys. They like freeze you whenever they attack. Oh, and I'm being attacked by lightning. It's those guys. I hate them. They come out in the plains, and there's no way to get rid of them unless you somehow can attack them. It's really hard to do. And they start fires. And so me, with my my wood houses, I end up with fires everywhere because of them. Come on. This is why I die. Because of people like that. There. and it just hovers out there. And it's just so aggravating. At least for me. And it will follow you. I've had it happen before. One of them chased me down from in the middle of nowhere back to my base and was attacking me. And one actually burnt part of my base down because I wasn't watching. Now, sometimes they will still shoot through things like this. Now, if you do it just right, you can do things like this. And it will stop them. And of course, oh! I have to stay under here and hit the zombie. And of course, this is like worst case scenario. I've got zombies that can spawn anywhere. I've got a lightning shooter. Yep. And he won't get close enough. He just stays out there at range. Drives me nuts. I think the last time I had to run away and he moved enough that he despawned. And he'll just stand there and shoot things. Yep. And occasionally one will pierce. Yeah, he just continues. Let's see. Not sure if he can see me. Okay, he can't see me. Well, this is interesting. Okay, that's calcite. Let's see if I can. Nope. Dagnammit. I was hoping. I was like, maybe it would be like stone, but it's not. So I eat the steak. Let's see, is he... Yes, they kind of move away sometimes. But he's just staying out there. The thing is, if they will move far enough away, then they despawn. I think they said they have to move 16, I think is what the normal Minecraft rule is. And of course there he is. Okay, wrong one. And it's like he seeks you out. It's the weirdest thing. I've never had one do that to. I mean, zombies will kind of hunt you, but they don't do anything else. He just sits out there and launches stuff at you constantly. It's so aggravating. Let's see. Maybe I can make me another sword, maybe. Yeah, like 2 of them. And then I don't have room. Where is he at? See? Ah, he's trying to sneak around me. Okay, let's try it. See if I can at least get him decently hit without him killing me. Nope. He set me on fire. Sometimes I like to float up, so I wonder if he's up there hiding. Nope, he's back there. You have to like zigzag just to find him. Come on. Made it. Come on. Nothing else. Maybe I can knock him far enough away from my base, he'll leave me alone. I bet he's up there. Yeah, I can see the little red dot over there. Ah, he's around the side. Come on. First death. And that is why I do not use hardcore. Now what I normally do, let's see. Nope, it's map. If I can find the right one, I'll teleport. I'm not above this kind of teleporting. Oh, come on. We're right there. Got him. Whew. Okay, there we are. We've gotten rid of the little critter. I despise those guys. Out of all the things on here. Going to lurk. Okay. Always nice just having you here. Can hear about my craziness in the background. Okay, we have some of this. We do have a gift, which it can be anything. Yeah, it's usually that. Tombstone Soulbound preserves the item on death, which is not bad, really. Okay, so put the calcite up there. Let's see, shapeless. Breaks all that up there, so I don't have to worry about it again. Okay, now we can do this. There we are. And I want to get rid of my death marker. It's almost like it never happened. Totally don't have a bunch of people watching me that saw it happen in real time. But yeah, I've been playing Minecraft. I was trying to think earlier how long I had actually played it. Because I played the demo before my foster brother bought it for me. I was trying to think how long ago that was been, because it was back when he still lived with us. I couldn't really pinpoint how long that had been. Because I know my friend from California lived with us, would have been 3 years in June. So that's 3 years ago. And then my brother lived with us for 7 years. So that's 10 years. That was back 2016 at least. And then there was a year between my brother and my friend living here, so that was 2015. And see, there's a kind of a year-ish between my brother and my foster brother living here, so that's 2014. So, and I had it before that because he wanted to play Minecraft with me. So that would put me around 2013, 2012, when I first started playing Minecraft. So I played it for a while, and I've enjoyed it. I go through spurts where I will play tons of it, and then I'll go for a while and I won't hardly play it at all. So, yep. Now my foster brother, he had played it. I'd hate to think. I think he said he started playing it when it first came out, which was hard to believe, but he did. Started playing an alpha when there was free weekly demo on the web. Yeah, I played the free demo that they had for a while, and you would only survive like maybe a day or two, and it was based on how much progress you got. And I just specifically did not finish all the progress, and I would just keep building and building and building just so I'd play longer. And you'd have like, what was it? Was it an hour? I think it was that it would let you play it. And it's like you had to do as much as you could within that hour. But if you got any farther than a certain point, it would like kick you out and say, "Oh, you're done with the demo." But I tried to get it before my foster brother bought it for me. And my mom, it was a secret, and my mom, because normally she'll buy it and we'll go to town, and she's like, "Oh, you want something?" And I would say, "Oh yeah, I want Minecraft. It's not that much." And she's like, "No, you can't get that right now." And it was weird because I'm like, it was one of the few times she'd ever really say no at buying something. And she's like, "Oh, is there any games that you would want?" And, you know, I would point out, "Well, I'm thinking about this game. It was more expensive than Minecraft." And she'd be like, "Okay, we can get that." And I'm like, "But maybe Minecraft is cheaper." She's like, no, you can't get that." And it just took forever. I was so confused. I'm like, I never really did figure it out. It was the best kind of secret keeping that anybody had done on me in a long time. I just could not figure out. Like it makes sense. It's cheaper and all this. And then finally she's like, because I kept asking and asking, and she's like, "Well, rumor has it you might get it for Christmas." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that was like a secret code for, you know, somebody's gonna get it for you. Well, I thought it was gonna be them. I didn't realize it was my foster brother. And he gave it to me, and he was so happy, and it was really cool, because, you know, I never expected it, especially not from him. But he said he wanted to because he knew I liked it and that we could play together. And we did. We finally did get to play some. That was back in the old days. You didn't have Wi-Fi. So we were hooking our computers to a static modem, running it off of his computer. It was back when I had my laptop. And so it was hilarious. We was at the kitchen table. I had my laptop. He had his. My nephew had his. And then my other nephew had moved a desktop that he had down to and all of us were at the kitchen table. And we just had wires everywhere from the modem to... Actually, it was a router, but it was when you had to connect through wires. You didn't have the wireless. Yeah, that was the old days. So yeah. Of course, I'm back from the time of dial-up, back in the before times, when darkness covered the earth, and all you had was dial-up. And your speeds were not in the megabytes and gigabytes. It was back in the K bytes and the regular bytes. Back when kids nowadays wouldn't be able to survive. Before cell phones. Back when they were first coming out. And the regular person didn't have one. Much less the kids. But yeah, my dad got me into playing computer games when I was really young. And then, of course, I was super sick, so I didn't really, wasn't really much of a gamer for a long time because I was just so sick I couldn't stand to be doing something for too long. So gaming wasn't too much, and then when I was 8, they got me my first console. And I got, it was a Mario game. I'm trying to think, what was it? It was Super Mario, was it World? I think's what they called it. It's where you first got the flying mechanics in Mario. What was it? It was when you had the feather. So yeah. And I remember I was playing that while in what we called the croup tent. It's because I kept getting bronchitis. And the only way I could breathe was they'd put me in, if we had a G.I. Joe tent, it was really for my brother. And they would put a blanket over the top of it, and they had a chair sitting out, because they had a window in the back of it. And they had a chair back there with a blanket covering it, and there was a vaporizer. And that was the only way I could breathe. So yeah. I can remember because they let me play games, but I couldn't get, couldn't get too excited. You couldn't celebrate too much if you won because it would cause me to start coughing and, all that good stuff. So I had to quietly play Mario. And it was funny because you couldn't keep the door to the tent open because, I was 8 years old. I was pretty big. I was bigger than the tent. So my lower half was sticking out of the tent. And I couldn't keep the door open because it would let all the vaporizer out and I would start coughing and, dying basically. And so I had it kind of, what was it? We had like tape or something and I made a peephole. And it was this little bitty, I couldn't even see the entire screen. But that was the only way I could play the game. And I wanted to play the game so bad. And that's all I could do. And so I was playing for maybe like an hour or so at a time. And then I'd have to take a break. And of course my mom was good about keeping an eye on things like that. And so that's how I started my gaming. From a croup tent and a little peephole. Because I couldn't get out in the air. The first computer game I played was when I was like 4. It was Battlezone for my dad's old Commodore 64. My dad had one of those, but I was either too sickly or something and I didn't play it. I'm trying to think. The first game I ever played was Little People Bowling. And now that was on the old floppy disks. But I love that game. I'm trying to think what the other one was. We had Grover's Adventure. That was also on floppy disk. And I played that, and my mom could never figure out how to get it to work because she was not very tech savvy. So I was playing it, and she would try to help me, and she couldn't. Point and click games for kids, exactly. I did love Little People Bowling, and then there was Firehouse Rescue, which was also for those back in the 80s and 90s, there was toys called Little People. And so it was a game based off of those toys. I never had the toys, but I had the games. And so you had Little People Bowling, and they had different hairs. That is weird. They had almost, It was angular body, but it was not like rectangle. It was weird the way it was, and they were shaped different depending on if they were boys or girls. And then they had like dresses that would fit on the outsides of them, and I think you could change the hair on them. It's kind of like it was almost before Lego, because I had Legos too, but then I had the little people, and you can do all kinds of things. Fisher Price Little People Bowling, exactly. That's the one right there. Is Fisher Price. I couldn't remember the first part of it. That was my go-to game when I was like 4 years old. And I actually got to where I was really good at it. Which is not bad for a sickly kid that can't half breathe on their own. Okay, I need to make myself a dirt storage, because it's driving me nuts having it in my inventory like that. And I'm going to put that up there. My wood is right there, so actually I'm going to put the extras over here. I wanted to clear out, oh, creeper. Actually, creepers. I wanted to clear out enough that I could build a house. Let's stay away from the creepers because they're very damaging. I want to keep them away from my chest, apparently, or especially. Yep, and it's all me. So now. But yeah, the Fisher Price games, I love those when I was little. And they were challenging for a kid. Nowadays, a lot of the games that they have for kids are not as challenging as the things we had to deal with back in the 80s and 90s. And they wonder why we game a lot. It's because we had hardcore gaming. I mean, I thought it was a little difficult with the hardcore Diablo that I've been playing. That was nothing to the old style games. You had one life, you had no save points, and once you turned it off, that was it. Yeah, I was sick a lot growing up too, because I had and still have terrible immune system. I remember staying home from kindergarten, playing TAC and the Power of Juju. Yes, I played it, but it wasn't on GameCube. I forget which one I played. I had a lot of consoles back then. It was so hard as a kid. Exactly. Modern day kids, I try to remember. I saw a YouTube thing where they had modern day kids play the games that we played when we were younger, and they couldn't do it. And these are like, top tier kids nowadays, and they can play, Minecraft and all these things, but yet when they play the games we had to play, they couldn't do it. It was too hard. And they was doing this big thing about how the kids nowadays couldn't handle it back then. I'm like, yeah, they can't. We had it a lot harder than a lot of them do nowadays. Okay, now I don't want to do the dark, the dark oaks, because to me it makes the house too dark even when you have torches. So I do like the birch, because it is kind of a yellowish wood. And let's see. What we normally do is we will pick a corner and we will start building it, because let's see. Yeah. That will be the corner of that. Because normally what I do, that will become this is my mineshaft. And then we do, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then corner. Of course, I put I put that in there. And I played Diablo 1 on my first laptop and couldn't get past the butcher because I didn't have the reflexes or the potion management to fight, and I eventually had to ask my dad for help. Exactly. But to be fair, the butcher was extremely difficult. And he is no easier in the modern one. So if you play it, beware. Because the butcher is tough. He took me out the first time on my first character on easy. And here I'm playing on hard mode. And I was finally able to do it because the character I have is very hardy. And it had lots of health regeneration. Though it was cool because I got the butcher's axe, so that made it worthwhile. And now any axe that I get for my character, I can change it to have the butcher's axe. Or at least the skin of it. Yep, I have Diablo Hellfire for PC, and it's so much more difficult than 2 and 4. Oh, I can imagine. They pulled no punches back then. I never have beat Diablo 1. I got down to right where I was getting ready to face Diablo, but I never actually got to him. Because right about that time, I changed computers and of course lost my progress. And that was right after Diablo 2 came out. So I'm like, I'm just going to switch over and play 2. I've beaten 2 through 4, but never finished 1. Yep. Yeah, I've not beaten 4 as of yet. But that's just because I get so sidetracked. Even on my easy runs that I have, I'm not even hardly any ways through it. Just because I keep getting sidetracked with everything. But I have beaten 3. I've beaten 3 like 4 times at least. But I beat 3 consistently. Yeah, three times consistently through, and going on a harder mode each time. So that was pretty fun. I may have to go back and actually do it sometime, where I will actually beat Diablo 3 on hardcore, and then start going through like that, doing the multiple playthroughs. But that may be something I want to do with a small group. Because I can play 3, but I enjoyed it more because I used to play with my brother and my 2 nephews. And I found it a lot more enjoyable doing it that way. Yeah, there's the spruce. So I'll do that there. We got that. And what do we got here? Oh, we got the railcraft. I still haven't done this. Choose the reward. I will do steel because it is hard and very intensive. I have some friends who grind a lot in the game, so I have a huge crutch through 4. Ah, okay. Yeah, I could see that. 3 is much more of a couch co-op than the others, and honestly, it's why I still go back to 2 remastered and 3 on Switch. I could see that. Yeah, 3 is actually, I would say, is probably the easiest Diablo, at least for me. But that's just my personal take on it as well, just through playing them. 1 is definitely the hardest, just because it's impossible. At least for me it was, because you have to have very good potion management and you have to be very skilled. And that's just not me. I'm not that good at it. I'm pretty good on 2 because I bought the remastered 2 as well. And I like it. I did play it a little bit, but I just haven't streamed them yet, just because you just never know how some games will stream. I mean, I can play it up by myself, nothing flat, but actually streaming it with other people is definitely something. Gotten through the first 3 difficulties in 3, and just never finished my 4th play. Me too. I did that on PlayStation, and then of course my PlayStation quit. I was on PlayStation 3, and it kind of just took all the fun out of it for me, because I was on that 4th playthrough, getting ready to do it. I was like, was it level 60 something? Maybe higher. Maybe been up in the 70s by then. And thinking of having to start all over again by myself and just grind through that again, it took me probably weeks. Of course, I didn't play it all the time, but yeah, just the thought of having to do that all over again is just like, nah, I ain't gonna do that right now. And I just never have gotten back to it. Now, this is my favorite thing to do. If you have glass doors, I always use them, especially on here, because one of the things I hate is not being able to see out, especially when there are monsters at night. Because I don't know how many people I have seen that have been killed by a surprise creeper outside the door, and if they had had something see-through instead of that tiny little picture window or the solid doors that they have with some of the woods. The one thing I do like is, what is it, the acacia? I do like acacia doors, because they're basically straight bars and you can see through them. Now that's one I do like, and I have used it quite a bit. Okay, we need ladders, which I should have enough wood over here. That's not a problem. I'll make dark oak ladders, because I have plenty of sticks. And you just do the shift click and it automatically kicks all that out. Now I know I will have more than necessary, I'm sure, but you never know. Usually takes about a stack or 2, I think. Let's see. I think I got to level 67. Then my parents sold all my consoles and games when I moved out because of some tough situations. So I've slowly been rebuilding my console collection with a Wii, GameCube, and backwards compatible. Yep, I'm with you there. I saved my money specifically to get backwards compatible. So now when you have backwards compatible, you do not need a PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1. It will play them all. And I love my backwards compatible. It's actually sitting right here in front of me. Where I had those who were watching my stream yesterday, where I had my camera, the backwards compatible was literally 3 inches from it. I have it up on my electronics cubby shelf. Kind of my shelf of honor, I guess you could say, because only the things that I really like get to be up there. It's so much nicer. Yes, it is, definitely. Yeah, if anybody can get a console, anything that has backwards compatible, I highly recommend it, because it is so much easier than having to deal with the multi-console thing. I do like that you can just build off of the same old ladders. Whereas having normal ladders, you have to put it at like the bottom or the top or whatever. You could just stand here if you had just a hole underneath, and just stand here and just click, and it would put it all down there. So actually, I do want to do that. Water. I hate when that happens. That's the trouble with building next to the sea or any kind of river, is you will have water underneath you. And I'm in an underground cavern, of course. And of course you can't put it down. Used to, it would displace the water. They don't do that anymore. And it kind of ticks me off. There we are. I do need a few of these. I need to not drown too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we have to... I need this to make a furnace. Furnace isn't... not furnace. If I can talk right, the furnace is important. More important than things like that. Let's see. I have all mine feeding into a capture card with like a 3 HDMI splitter mess. And converter, because I used to stream all of my console games a few years back. Well, see, I have a capture card, but I haven't done anything like that yet. I was tempted to get a PlayStation 5, but I decided to just upgrade my computer. I needed an upgrade anyway, but there are some mixed reviews as to whether my upgrading was worth it. If you ask one of my friends, I should have just bought the PlayStation and been done with it. It would have cost a lot less, but I wouldn't have the, I guess you'd say, versatility of an upgraded computer. And since most things are on PC anymore, unless I just want to do like retro stuff that just requires PlayStation, which there are some of those I do enjoy still, but it's not enough to make me want to spend the money on that. And it's like I told my friends, my upgrade may have been aggravating with all the stuff I had to go through, but I'm also kind of set for a while. As long as my crazy thing, my CPU doesn't try to burn up again, I'll be fine. Okay, got it. Oh, I can hear zombie. Now, is the zombie outside the walls, or is it, or is it underneath? Probably in a little cubby hole on the side. Let's see, PCs are more expensive, but like most things, our PCs are PC compatible, so I use it for everything I don't have for console. Exactly. I had seen a few years ago where they were talking about how PCs are going to be made to the point that you don't need a console unless you're just a console player. And from what I've seen, that's pretty true. Which I'm kind of glad for that, because I do like my I do like my PCs. For me, the kind of, I don't want to say all-in-one because that makes people think that I have like an all-in-one PC, but just the all-in-one kind of concept of having all my games on a single thing is what I like the most. Even though sometimes it can be aggravating because I have to switch through the different launchers and things like that, but it still works. Yeah, I can totally see that PCs are just so much more utility focused versus like consoles are mostly for games and streaming now. Yeah, that's pretty true. Oop, that's where I hear the zombie. I'll kind of hide up here. I'll mine this. Yeah, it's slower when you're mining from a ladder, but you can do it. Ah. Ouch. Even in the mines, they're still down here. Let's see. I'll do it like that. Oop, there's a hole. Okay. It's saying it's 64 blocks down, but I don't think it will. Yeah, it's not going to go all 64. Ah, shale. Now, I do like the shale. It's pretty. I usually do it for the floors of my builds. Yeah. Got me stuck on the corner of it. And they're slowly climbing up the ladders. That's because there's nowhere for them to go. Okay, now we are down to 10. Of course, it didn't break. Ooh. That's why I always stand on another block. Never want to. Well, of course, I'm breaking like the cardinal rule of Minecraft. Is never dig straight down, which is exactly what I'm doing. So there would be a lot of people having a fit and being mad at me for it, but that's the way I do these. Ooh, may have gotten the full 64 down. But it's weird now because it only breaks like certain adjacent blocks, which is weird because it used to do the deep slate. But now I don't want to do that no more. There's only one. That means it must have broke things out from under it. And it did. Yeah, I will go all the way down to bedrock, basically. Which is why I made so many ladders. Now, used to, they had this thing where you would right click on the ladder and it would shoot you all the way to the top. Oh, yeah. Gotta hit the right buttons. But they apparently don't have that, or it's not enabled on mine as of right now. I'll put limestone there. There's a big cavern. Just in case. Okay. And if you kind of get in the middle of it, you can break the blocks and you will only fall to that first bit, which I really like, as I am terrible about falling to my death. Okay, is it all the way down? Yes. So I can go ahead and break these. But yeah, I like my PC, even though it was a bear to upgrade. You don't realize it, but they have, at least I didn't, they had, what do they call it? It was the RAM. It's DDR whatever. And then when I upgraded from my old pre-built PC, I went to DDR4, which was easy because the RAM I had, I was like, it was 2 4 gigabyte things of RAM. So it was easy for me to upgrade because I bought better RAM. It was DDR4, which I was like, oh, that's fine. I can do that. Didn't realize that you can't just trade out RAM. So when I was upgrading to a motherboard with DDR5, I didn't know I needed new RAM. So here I was, 9 o'clock at night, going to Best Buy. What was it, was it Sunday? I think it was. Sunday night. It's either Saturday or Sunday. To buy RAM. Ah, thank you for the follow. Always appreciated. I love that sound too. I do. Even though that's technically a Halloween sound, or a sound bite, I guess you'd say. I do like using it for the follows. So thank you for the follow there. I believe is it Lovin' Liff? I'm terrible at names. Let's see. He said, okay, gonna lurk now because I really need to get some recipes fixed since I broke like all the JEI stuff for botany pots. Ooh, not the... Oh, Love and Life. Oh, okay. It was kind of a 50-50 toss-up if that's what it was. And I just took it as a, what do they call it? I think phonetically, which is how I spell things. So I took the other 50% and was wrong. But yeah. Love and Life. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for the lurk. It's lovely having everybody here. Anybody who wants to watch and hopefully be somewhat entertained in the background while you guys work. It's all good. It's hard for most people to get first try. Oh yeah. And it's especially hard for me. I am not known for getting names like that right first try. So I did get close. So I will count that as a victory. So we have our tin. This is going to be my ore chest or an ingot, which we have the chest mod in here, so I can upgrade them so the chest will get bigger. You can't really tell it as of right now, but it will over time. So we got tough, we got cobble, calcite, the twigs thing, that stuff. It's pretty, but it's so dark you can barely tell the difference between it. Limestone, shale. Okay, now we have cobblestone, which is good. Let's start making cobble tools. And let's see, what is the quest I got? Oh, yep. The Thermalpedia, which I don't hardly use. But it's because I got the tin ore. Okay, now we have charcoal. And let's see, what do I want to turn into sticks? Tons and tons of sticks. I'll do it like that, because I'm going to need a lot. Yeah, I'll leave myself one. Need myself a lot of torches. Not only for my base, which I have to redo ones in here. There must be one on the outside of that. Normally what I do, I'll put it in the right spot, and I just put them above the doors, and then one there, and one there. And generally you're good in the house. Then I like going to the middle of it, and just putting one, just to keep things secure. And let's see, I got one of those, so you can restart that. Now, one thing I like to do is you do it like that, and there, and you get furnaces. Whereas if you just use the cobbled, then, or the cobbled deep slate, you would get like a is it like a deep slate furnace or whatever, and it's not the same. You can't use it the same way you would a normal furnace. But what I normally start doing is I will move right over here. And those that build mod packs probably know what I'm talking about. We're going to make the mega furnace, which is a multi-block structure. It's either a mega or a giant furnace, however they classify it. But you need a lot of cobblestone for that, or you can use the deep slate, which I tend to. Okay, so we have Stone Age. You had to get enough of that. Jumbo furnace, there we are. Yep, I have only filled up a furnace, because what you do is you'll make the big structure, it turns into a furnace, then you add, what is it, 27 furnaces like this to it, and it makes an expansion for it. And it makes to where you can smelt more than just one thing at a time. But it takes so much cobblestone. I have only filled it with the expansions once in all the times I played. At least in this. Now I filled it in Skyblock because you have the infinite cobblestone generation. And so that's easy. There probably is, but probably it's not the actual generators like you would get in Skyblock. I think there is one, but it requires, I believe, electricity to be, or power, however you want to say it, to be able to actually use it. But there is in here. It's just harder to do than when you're in the Skyblock. I don't know why I do that. I can't use it. It's been quite some time since playing all the mods night. Yep, understandable. So I make that into a bunch of sticks. And we'll make some. Nope, I did backwards again. And it's like that. Because I'm going to need the ladders anyway. And you can also burn the ladders when you're done, so you're not really wasting it by making the extra. Okay. Oops. And of course, just high enough to hurt me. And we will go ahead and put that there. Ooh, little pot. Now I do want to put at least a couple. Ah, there's gold. We will need that. Gold is hard to find on here. And unless you go around fighting things and like smelting the spoils of war, gold is usually something that's hard for me to get. Ooh, fancy pants. And I snuck around the edge. Oh. Come on, escape the chest. There we are. It will give you a night vision goggles. Now the night vision goggles are dangerous because for me, I never think to check the time, and I will end up with things around me spawning, and I'm like, but it looks so light, and it's because the night vision goggles. So you have to be very careful with them, or else you will forget when it turns dark. And then you get surrounded by all kinds of things. We got gems. Ooh. Tracks, we'll need that. Oh, raw gold. I lucked out here. We will get one charcoal. Multiple charcoals for that. Okay. Now that's a haul. And then we have, let's see, Professor Joshua. Ah, that's the name of my foster brother. Now see, this is the trouble because it's a witch, and if you hurt them, then they start drinking potions, and I don't have my other sword, so I will have to walk. I think it's small enough that they won't respawn. I'm wanting to say it won't respawn, but okay, that requires diamond. I see, this is the thing. I can see just fine, but all this is dark. I have to be very careful, or I will run into things. Okay, and that requires iron. That is prosperity. I'll kind of move a little faster. I do like the night vision goggles though, especially when you're down here. Let's see, that's nickel, platinum. We can only do that once you get something that can break diamond. So now we can dig down. Okay, I just want to make sure it didn't go down to a pile of a thing of lava. I've had that happen multiple times. Okay, now we have dark stone. Ah, so that goes all the way down. And it looks like there's... Okay, now we can go down. We'll mine this down at least. And then we'll go down from there. Now today I will probably, because I didn't take the break and split the recording and all that kind of stuff, so I probably will only do one upload of today's stream. So that means I won't go as long as I have been. Let's see what this block. Okay. That is, that's uranium. Or whatever that is, deep slate stuff. So we put that there. I hate putting this over gold, but not much choice in the matter. So I will be breaking off here pretty soon, because I have things I have to go into town to do. As King Orange would say, there's no rest for the weary. Especially after last night. I had a terrible night sleeping. Which is weird because I actually went to bed a little early. I was watching Miss Nedix. She was playing Arc Raiders. And I was, of course, I knew. I laid in bed. I'm like, I'm kind of starting to feel a little sleepy. Maybe I could go to bed here in a little bit. Well, it wasn't a little bit. I fell asleep watching her. And I woke up a couple times, a couple hours later. And then, because I had slept so much, I couldn't go back to sleep. And so it was a rough night. I ended up not actually getting to go to sleep until like 5 a.m., which is late even for me. So it was a bit rough. But that's the way life goes sometimes. I'm such a night owl anyway that it's hard for me to go to sleep sometimes. So, oh, I broke that one. Okay, we gotta watch the floor here. Gilded Darkstone. Now, usually the Gilded Darkstone, that only happens in a certain area. You normally don't find it until you're in like the Nether is where you'll find it the most. Very rarely have I ever found it in the overworld. Maybe because that I'm not sure what you call it. It's almost like a cell or a tomb or whatever of that professor person. Because there's just a room basically underground, and there's 2 chests in there and a boss. So I don't know. But we're gonna go up and we're gonna put some of our stuff away, see what we can do. It is nighttime, which that means the phantoms are gonna start spawning soon because I haven't slept at all in game. I have 1 wool, so it's gonna be, they're probably gonna spawn, I would say. May have to end up putting dirt as a roof, which I really don't want to. I may have to. At least put it over some of this. Just so I can at least craft in peace. Okay, I'll take that out of there. Now the gold I'm going to keep for sure. Oh, I got a lot of iron. I need that too. I got charcoal. Put it down here because you can make several things out of it. Gilded blackstone, that is, or darkstone. That's interesting because you don't normally ever find it like that unless they've started something new with it. Oh, somebody has awoken. And you can usually tell. Is that it over there? Usually because it does have that beam shooting up out. Yep, it's over there. But I don't have the weaponry. Oh, I can't do that because I have crazy me. Okay, now I can get into it. Okay, I need my regular cobble. And you can do it like this, and you'll get a whole bunch extra. Whereas I wouldn't get that many if I use just the normal cobblestone. I was going to look and see if there's a way to break these down easily. But I doubt it will be. There's like the arc scrapping there. That's a pretty advanced thing to use. Foundry? Yeah, using lava. Okay. Brain of the foundry. Yeah, if I can do that, I can melt them down. That gives you 5 ingots, so works for me. So they're worth keeping. Otherwise, I would just get rid of them. Put that there. Then we have these. There's darkstone. Blast furnace. And one tulip off to the side. Two more, and I'll have my jumbo. I can eat these, but it tends to, basically it gives you food poisoning. And it kind of enhances your hunger a little bit, so you have to be careful using it and how much you use of it. Some more flaxseed, which, the way it's going, I'm going to have to use that to get any kind of wool. Ah, that's what I was thinking. Now, the Railcraft has another one. I do like it that you can select the kind that you want. because then I can do redstone, and it opens up more quests. Yeah, it starts the alchemy, which I do like this a lot because you have the dissolving, combining, compacting, stuff like that. It kind of matches the ore doubling. And now I have a whole bunch more of these. I'll put this down here. Put all these at the top here. We can use them later when we need to do stuff. Or when we have the stuff to break them down is more like it. And this goes right there. Okay, now we got copper. Now I do kind of try to salvage. I'm trying to think of it. The iron and stuff like that. I do try to keep back as much as I can, not spending too much until I can double. I can use these for the pickaxes. Yeah. Because I will need them anyway. And then do shapeless. And there you are. Because you get a lot with the copper. With the iron, it's pretty much 1 for 1. But with the copper, I think there's a 2 numbers, and you can get anywhere between per block. So I will do 4. And we'll let that cook. Okay, it is after 4 o'clock. Look around, see if there's anything special that I want to do real quick before I end it. Actually, I kind of do. I want to start putting some roofing up. I know I don't have enough, but close enough. Not sure if I want the same color of roof, personally. I can still use it as fuel, so it's not going to hurt that I did that. Dark oak, regular oak, could do rubber. Let's see what this looks like. It's just not a dark like the dark oak, but it's kind of close. But it will be hard to find if I don't have enough, is the sad part. Does kind of contrast a little bit. And it's just crazy enough to drive all the interior designers nuts. Oh, can't double them. These are a precious resource. Now, of course, if one of those lightning guys comes around, I will sorely regret using wood as my roofing. Because that's the kind of roofing I had before when they nearly burnt my house down. Every time. Just get that one extra click too many. Not too bad. And I got dirt anyway. Okay, we'll put the rubber wood over here. We'll have to keep an eye out for more of it. Probably another tree or 2, and I would have enough. So with that, we are probably just going to end it right now. Yeah, it's after 4. And I do have places to be, and I don't want to be out too far after dark. You've got enough crazies out there as it is. You don't want to have to drive with them at dark. So we'll begin the ending. I want to thank Frozen Dale and Love and Life for following and finding me here. I may continue the Minecraft tomorrow. I should, and I'm not thinking about doing anything different. So I'll just continue it. And thank you all for watching. Oh, thank you, Love and Life. Wishing me a wonderful night. I wish you all the luck with the mod pack building. I know it's hard to do, and I know it's tough work, but it's very appreciated for those of us who do play mod packs. And we're gonna get the raid. Gonna start our raid up. See who we can find on here that we are. That's why Danny D was lurking in the background. She's streaming herself. So we will raid Danny D. She's playing the Long Dark, which was really interesting. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to see it yesterday. At least not to watch all of it. She's onto some kind of spooky things in this game. It starts out just as a survival, but now it's got a little creepy element to it. And it's really fun to watch her play. She's wanting me to play it, but it'll probably be more like I will just watch her play it, at least for right now. But for those of you who are watching me here on the stream, thank those who have already followed, and like to encourage those who are just kind of lurk in the background. If you don't want to say anything, that's fine, but good follow lets me know that you're there and you're at least halfway enjoying what you're seeing. And right there on my screen, for those on Twitch and YouTube, you have all my socials. All of my VODs get posted on my YouTube afterwards. And then you have my Discord server there, where you can meet and talk with me. Generally, almost always on Discord. It's probably the easiest way to actually get a hold of me is through Discord. But I generally only talk to people who I share a server with, as I have been getting a lot of spammers trying to get money out of me. So kind of have to vet the people that I do talk through the servers, mutual servers. That way I know you're an actual person, not a bot. Things like that. So yeah, you can find my Discord invite right there. It is also on my stream here. So really it's kind of difficult not to find my Discord. And it's on my About Me's as well. So it's easy to find. And let's get this raid started. Got it set up about 10 seconds. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful and a happy day. And for those working on mod packs, I do wish you all the luck. I know it's not easy, and it's certainly something I probably would never tackle myself. But I will sit back and I will enjoy the mod packs that those of you do make. And with that, we're going to start this raid, and have a good one, y'all.